And actually, the other thing we're really looking into is how do we read the FIDO U2FA standard so that we can get a much better and more secure user experience for Daedalus. So one of the things I'm very keen to do is we have these things called YubiKeys. That's a FIDO U2FA device. I don't have one on me right now. Maybe I have one right here. One second. I have it in a safe, so I'll have to grab it later. But all right, we have these things called YubiKeys, and if you go to if you just Google YubiKey, Y-U-B-I-K-E-Y, YubiKeys are little devices, and they have tons of crypto capabilities. They're like the Swiss Army knife of crypto, and they're really good for three things. One, they're good for access control. So basically, when you want to get into a threshold, enter a website, you can use a password, but a lot of cases, two-factor authentication, you would use a YubiKey as well. Like for Google, you can do this, and many other websites like LastPass, you can do this. And basically, in addition to the password, you have to have the physical device, plug it in, push a button, and then it gives you access to that site. So access control. Second, it can store cryptographic assets like passwords. So one of the things we could do is say, all right, for Daedalus, instead of having a spending password, you use your YubiKey as the spending password. So when you go to send a transaction, you have to plug the device in and push a button to send the transaction. So you never have to remember a password. You just use a physical device. And then three, we're looking into the U2FA FIDO stuff for account recovery. So it'd be really nice if you had the wallet recovery phrase on the YubiKey or some device like that. You plug it into the computer, and you recover from that with a PIN code, a 7-digit or 6-digit PIN code or something like that, as opposed to trying to remember 12 keywords. And what's nice about this is that there's all kinds of stuff you can do with PIN codes where you can securely erase if they enter it like wrong 20 times, or make it really hard to enter it more than a few times incorrectly. And being able to recover from YubiKey, you have a great wallet recovery experience. From a cold boot, you can just plug the key in, click a button, enter the PIN code, and then boom, the wallet is restored. So we're kind of exploring that standard, and what we might do is create a hardware center within Daedalus, because right now we're building a ledger center and a treasure center, but it'd be nice to take one step out and say, okay, any U2FA device, you can plug that in, and we can write something so you can do access control, recovery password, account recovery, and spending password from that. And of course, once we have that all figured out, we can import that experience into the mobile side as well. So that's one thing we think will make it much, much easier to use Daedalus securely and help out everybody. Now, this won't replace the need for writing your wallet recovery phrase down, and there should be a secure way of doing that. Probably what we'll do is include with the paper wallet generator, you print out a piece of paper and it has the slots, so you can write it down twice on it, fold it, put it in a safe, or something like that. Another option is if you have a PGP key that's stored securely, take those keywords and encrypt them and send them in an email to yourself. So if your email gets compromised, you have an encrypted backup. No one's going to break that as long as your PGP key is secure. As long as you have access to that, the email will store that. I've been known to do that from time to time. So there's a lot of ways to securely store a recovery phrase, and Charles Morgan will do some content on that. We've been trying to kick him into this, but we've been so busy with the audits. Yeah, what happens if you lose the YubiKey? So in general, nothing, because in all three cases, it's either shielded, so very difficult to extract, or it requires the stuff that's sitting on your computer. However, it does create problems for you, because if you lose that key, then you're going to have to restore the wallet to be able to use it. So you can either create a second key and store that in a safe, or you can write your wallet recovery phrase down and then just delete the wallet, restore the wallet from the wallet recovery phrase. So if we do this, then we should be able to create a lot of content to show people how to use it securely.